Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisahealyourself. It's February and I can never remember it being quite so warm in February. Usually we have snowdrifts, everything is piled up so high, and we only have a little bit of snow here. It's around 0 degrees. It's just very bizarre for February, so I'm taking advantage of it, out for a nice long walk. Today, I want to talk about those of you who have been sick for a long time. Chronic illness, chronic symptoms, chronic suffering. This has gone on for years, maybe decades for some people. And you want to ask yourself, why can't I heal? Why am I not healing? Why am I not able to heal? Right? I'm doing all the work. I've done all the physical work. I'm doing the emotional work. I'm trying to look inward. I'm doing all these things. I've done the protocols. I've been to a numerous amount of healers, whether it's doctors or mainstream medicine, whether it's the alternative route. I've taken programs. I've done it. And I'm just not seeing improvement. Why? I want to first say I'm sorry, because I know what it's like to suffer for a long period of time, for years and years and years. To feel like there's no hope. To feel lost, to feel alone, and to feel like you have all these gifts that you want to give to the world. You have all these dreams and goals and things that you want to do, and you can't actualize them because the illness is in the way. And my heart goes out to you. But I want you all to remember that there is no such thing as failure when it comes to healing. Everybody has the opportunity to heal. Everybody can absolutely heal themselves. And what you're experiencing right now is just delayed success. So with persistence and determination and dedication, and with an openness and a willingness, a real belief and knowing in yourself that I can and will do this, then I believe each and every one of you can and will, no matter how bad and how long it's gone on. The reason I think that most people have done so many things, been to so many healers, done so many protocols, done so many diets, and are not reaching success is because that's not the thing, right? It's not the protocol, it's not the supplement, it's not the medicine, it's not the diet, it's not the protocol, it's not the movement. It is these things. We know at a foundational level that we have to be good to ourselves, eat good food, have a good lifestyle, but the body should be able to, with a good diet and a good lifestyle choices and protocols that you've done, it should be able to heal itself, because the body's amazing. So why is it not? And I know this because I would think, I'm missing something. I'm missing the key. There's some obscure diet, or I have to do this better or harder or longer, or there's some obscure protocol, or there's something going on. There's something really deep. There's a toxin I can't get to, or a parasite I can't get to. Or you really start to reach for the obscure. You really start to dig in and think there's something. It's usually not the thing. There isn't usually something obscure, because given a good environment and a good lifestyle and good nutrition, your body's pretty capable of healing. So why isn't it, after everything that you've done and everything that you do, and all the people that you've tried to get to help you, why isn't it healing? Why aren't you healing? It's because the healer isn't out there. The healer isn't in all those other people or protocols or diets or things that you need to do and try. The healer is inside. And there is some part of you, some part of the self, the true self, that isn't realized yet, that you're not looking at. Some part of the self that's deeply hurt or deeply wounded, or hasn't been heard, or hasn't been seen, or hasn't been witnessed, or hasn't been allowed to be who it is. There's a part of yourself that you haven't realized yet. And the reason why nothing that you try works is because nothing out there can do it. only you can do it. The healer is inside. The healer is you. And what you need to heal is you. What you need to free is the true you. What you need to realize and work on is being you. Being you. Putting yourself back together. The self, the real self back together. Not your body, not all your symptoms and sensations, not these parts of you, because that's not the real you. You need to put the real you back together. And that can only happen from you by looking inside, by deconstructing your subconscious patterns, by looking at your beliefs and understanding them and figuring out where they came from and why it is you do what you do, why it is you behave how you behave, why it is you're living the life and playing the character that you've chosen to live and play, and how is that out of alignment with the true you? How is that out of alignment with who you really are, with who your true self really is, and what your purpose is here, and why you came here, and what truly brings you joy and peace and comfort and health, and what it is you truly want to be doing, what it is you truly desire, what it is you truly want to say, right? What it is that you truly feel, who it is that you truly are. You want to come into alignment with the real you. You want to realize the true self. That's the real work of healing. And yes, there's physical work to be done. Yes, you can't eat chocolate bars every day and live in an extreme, chaotic, EMF-ridden, environment and dark and not get the right sunlight. Like, you need to treat the vessel that you live in good. But the body is so resilient. Nature is so resilient. If you're not healing and you're doing those things, it's usually because it's not those things. It's because you are looking outward. You are spending your time outward, which is maybe 25% of where healing takes place. And you're not really spending the deep and doing the deep inner work, looking inside, which is where the real healing takes place, where anybody can heal. Right? That is the level that it all takes place in. A frequency level, the energetic level. True healing takes place there, and then it filters down into the body. It's realized in the body after it's healed, in the heart and soul, right? In the energy. So it's time to really look at the energy of healing. What is a symptom and a sensation anyways? What are these things? They're stuck energy. Their energy rising up in certain spots all over the body, pointing to a problem. And they're not just pointing to the place they hurt, to the place where you feel the symptom and sensation. This is the body's way of calling out. This is the body's way of getting your attention. When energy is stuck in our body, when energy's stuck, it creates sensations, it creates symptoms. It's the body's way of saying, this isn't me. I am far away from me. You're not hearing me. You're not seeing me. You're not listening to me. You're not actualizing me. You're not realizing me. This isn't why I came here. This isn't who I am. Please see me. Please hear me. Please love me. Please trust me. Please know me. Please help me. Your body is looking for help from you. Your body is looking for love from you. Your body is looking for wisdom from you. Your body is crying out for you. Not for a doctor, not for a healer, not for a protocol, not for a supplement. The body is crying out for you to listen, for you to care, for you to love, for you to send compassion, for you to change, for you to grow, for you to expand, for you to evolve. Stuck energy, symptom, sensation is the body's way of showing you that you're stuck. You're not growing. You're not evolving. And that causes pain. It causes suffering to your soul. You feel suffering because your soul is suffering. This isn't who you are. This isn't what you came here to be. This isn't the real you. And it doesn't have to mean that you have to leave your life, create a whole new life. It means that you need to understand why you're choosing to do the things you do, why you're choosing to play this character, why it is that you do everything, because everything you do has a subconscious reason and a subconscious belief. And these subconscious reasons and beliefs are things that have been taught to you by people, society. It's pressure-based. A lot of times it's pressure-based, it's fear-based, it's guilt-based, it's shame-based, it's survival-based. But it's not who you are, which is powerful, which is all-knowing. So there is an inner aspect of you. There's an aspect of the true self that hasn't been healed yet, and that's why you're not healing. And so when we push away our sensations, when we push away our feelings, when we push away the pain and the suffering, it's like saying, I don't want to comfort you. I don't want to love you. I don't want to know you. I want you to go away. I want you to shut up. And we injure the self further. We hurt the self further. We cause more suffering. When we start to sit in what is, when we start to become aware of what is, when we start to love what is, when we start to allow the self to have the feelings and emotions and sensations that are there, to see them, to hear them, to love them, to hold space for them, to be compassionate, to know them, then they begin to dissolve. They begin to dissolve because that's what they need. You are who and what they need. And when we're able to do this, and it takes great courage to do this, great strength, when we're able to sit with the thing we think we cannot sit with, which is us, we will see the intensity begin to dial down. It begins to dial down because we're listening. It doesn't need to scream as loud. And so I believe the reason why you haven't healed is because you haven't truly seen and loved and witnessed and gotten to know the true self, and you haven't actually liberated the part of you, the part of you, the part of the true you that is suffering, that is sick, that is unhappy, that feels unloved. And so focusing your energies on liberating the part of you that's stuck, the part of you that's suffering, and the part of you that desperately needs you is your highest work, because nobody can do that work for you. That's the work that nobody can do. That's the work that feels intangible and invisible and is that block that you just, the reason, the thing that you just can't get past. That why, that burning question to solve, the answer and the riddle and the Rubik's Cube that you have yet to uncover. It's because it's deeper than you've gone. And only you can go there, and only you can do the work, and only you can liberate the part of the true self that has been lost, the part of the true self that is unheard, the part of the true self that is unwitnessed, the part of the true self that is unloved, the part of the true self that is unactualized, the part of the true self that is unforgiven, that has been unwitnessed, unheard, unloved, and unable to express who and what it is. So I believe all of us, every single one of us, can heal, and that there's no disease or illness that can't be healed. And yes, we need to use a variety of protocols because we do need to look at the emotional self. We do need to look at the physical body. We do need to look at the mind. All of these are aspects of ourself that make up the trinity of who and what we are here on earth. So yes, we need to address them. But if you can't heal, then that's most likely not where the issue is. And the issue is deeper. The real problem is on the soul level. It's on the actual true self level. And it's the work that's begging desperately to be done by you. And here's the thing. It's not really work. It isn't work at all to become who and what you are. To see and love and know and become your true self. The work is uncovering everything that you aren't, right? The work is uncovering and dissolving all of the patterns and beliefs and your ego identity, this character in this lifetime, your worldview, all these beliefs that you have gathered, all these patterns and behaviors that are playing out, that are not the real you. That's the work. The work is to dissolve that. being your true self, being and knowing and loving the real you as the real you is not work at all. It's the work that's gotten in the way. It's the story that's gotten in the way, the pattern that's gotten in the way, the beliefs, the unconscious beliefs that have gotten in the way of who and what you really are. You absolutely can heal. Hold space for yourself, believe it, and deeply know that there is a part of you that is already healed. There is a part of you that can heal in an instant. There's a part of you that can heal quickly. There's a part of you that is whole and complete and is waiting desperately to become who and what it is. And so everyone can heal. Everybody has this part. And so this failure, this long experience that you're having is just delayed success. It is just showing you that you haven't done it yet. You haven't done the real work. It is just showing you that you are not you yet. You are not the real you yet. There is some way that you have yet to grow and expand and evolve and self-actualize. That is the message that this long illness is sending you. That is the message that it is trying to communicate to you. And so when I say that you need to do self-actualization work, I mean you need to ask the question, who am I? Who am I? And that question is from your soul. It goes straight to the universe. It goes straight to source, goes straight to God, whatever you call the creator of all. It's coming from the deepest part of you, the true self, and it's going out to the universe, to the source of all. You're asking, who am I? And you need to prepare yourself to receive the answer. You need to get quiet. You need to get still. You need to open, right? This is a very vulnerable question. You're asking it straight to the creator. If you only had one question to ask in the entire world, you might ask this question to the creator of all. Who am I? Why am I here? Why did you bring me to this life? And you need to be prepared and open and vulnerable to hear the answer. It's a stripping away of everything else. Everything, every thought, every emotion, every situation, every relationship, everything that you are not. To hear the answer and the insight of who you truly are, who it is that you truly are. And so we need to prepare ourselves to hear this answer. And we can't do that when our to-do list is full, when we're running around from task to task, when we're distracted and busying ourselves. We can only hear that answer in our quietest moments, in the deepest parts of our heart and soul. This is when we can be open to receiving the answers, and it's not going to come from a booming voice out of the sky. It's going to come from inside. It's going to come from us. It's going to come through us. And my guess is that you're not quiet or still or open or vulnerable or courageous enough to ask and then to listen for that answer. And that's the work. And it's not hard, because who you are doesn't take effort. It takes effort to be who we're not, right? To live the life and all those tasks and all the things in your daily life that are tiring you out, that are exhausting you, that are making you sad and mad and angry and jealous and regretful and shameful and guilty and exhausted and tired and frustrated and bitter. It's because that is not who you are. There's more evolving and growing to be done. There's more expanding and self-actualizing to happen. And so when you stop giving your power away, when you stop looking for others to save you, when you stop putting your attention and focus in all the outside things and protocols and diets and things that you can do and try to heal the physical body, and when you start holding your attention on the self, on being with the self, on allowing, on opening, on expanding, on growing who it is that you are, that is when things start to change and shift, and stagnant energy begins to move. And eventually, the body loosens and the body changes and the body heals as a result of healing the part of you that is in need of healing. So don't give up. Keep going. Know at a deep level that healing is available to everyone, and healing is available to you too. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.